I've traded indicators, I've traded scalping setups, and I have tested dozens of trading strategies over the years. And in 2026, I'm using only one mechanical strategy. Not because it is fancy, but because it is repeatable, it is simple, and it works in real market conditions. In this video, I will break it down step by step, exactly how I trade it, what I'm looking for, and why I ignore everything else. If you want consistency, not hype, this is for you. Let's begin with the rules of our strategy. And the strategy goes as follows. Let me first show you the exact rules, and I will tell you I will add one rule which is a very important rule as well, which we didn't include in previous videos. This is a mechanical strategy that you will be using on Nasdaq, even though some of my members said that it also works on gold. I haven't tested it on gold, but it does work on Nasdaq, and it is different than what everybody else has shown you on YouTube. So this thing actually works. It is not hype, it actually works, and it is mechanical. We got that out of the way. Now right here, you see that I have highlighted 5-minute candlesticks. This right here, you are on the 5-minute time frame, guys. You will be on the 5-minute time frame only, and you will wait not for the 9:30, but for the 9:35 5-minute candlestick to close. Now, the reason why I have highlighted the 9:30 candlestick as well is to show you that you will not be doing what other people are doing. So we will not be using the highs and the lows of the 9:30, but the highs and the lows of the 9:35. This is an ORB, setup and opening range breakout, let's say, which you will be using every single day at those exact times. Now, in order for you to be able to trade that properly, and by the way, you can trade Nasdaq as CFDs, you know that already. So if you're not doing futures, I'm trading MNQ. Okay, I'm doing the micro E-mini Nasdaq. If you're doing CFDs, you will find it as Nasdaq. You might find it as NAS 100. In your broker, you might find it as USTech. You might find it as US 100. Those are some of the names and the main names, let's say, that you can find Nasdaq. It will look exactly the same as with our charts, as that we are doing futures, but you will be having different values. Okay, we are doing futures, centralized market. It is way better for you to transition to futures, but you can trade it, of course, if you're doing Forex, meaning CFDs, of course, I mean. Okay. So we got that out of the way. Second thing, on the bottom right of your TradingView platform, you see where I'm highlighting with my mouse. I'm actually looking at it right now. It should be somewhere around there. Okay, you will click on this time zone and you will choose UTC -5 New York. Now, guys, you are on EST time and we have synchronized everything so that we can move forward indeed, and we can show exactly the steps that you need to follow. First step that we didn't include in the previous video. Number 1, identify your bias. And how do I identify my bias? You can identify your bias in various ways, and synergistically you can use all together, of course, in order to get a more accurate representation of what the day is gonna do, let's say, okay, or the rest of the day from when you start trading. Those things can be, let's say, new week opening gaps that can act as magnets in a way, in a sense, and also daily bias can actually help you identify where price is gonna be heading towards, at least for the rest of the week as its main movement. And those things, of course, I'm teaching in our fantastic group. If you join the Discord and if you choose the mentoring, if you are a struggling trader, I will take you to full profitability. You can choose the 1 hour where I'm gonna just show you my strategy, or I can take you from beginner or medium trader to an absolute expert with the second program. You can find the links down in the description. Let's move on to number 2 rule. Identify the highs and lows of the 935 candlestick. Okay, let's do that together. Not the 930, I just placed that there on purpose because all of the strategies on YouTube are showing you the same thing, and then you go ahead and you pay those people who actually don't know how to trade, and you know that they don't know how to trade, and of course none of them is doing it live as I'm doing it, and I'm also highlighting my losses, meaning that I'm also highlighting my investments. No one else is doing that out there. They are only showing you their withdrawals. And of course, most of them are losing traders. They're just not showing you the deposits, which are way more than the withdrawals. Okay, you are smart people. Think about it. Let's move on. Identify the highs and the lows of the 935 candlestick. Number 3, once you have done that, scale down. Once this 935 candlestick has closed, then scale down to the 1 minute time frame. Okay, now what you're gonna be doing right here. You will already have your bias, and I'm gonna show you some very beautiful examples. You are already gonna have your bias, and if your bias, let's say, is long, you will wait on the 1 minute time frame. Now we have scaled down to the 1 minute time frame. You want to see only a break below this area. Okay, and I will explain why. You will see it in the examples. Now, what you will do, you will wait for the break of a 1 minute candlestick below, and you need to see an additional grab of liquidity of the 1 minute candlestick. So now we are on the 1 minute. We scaled down to the 1 minute once this 5 minute candlestick closed. And you will wait and see. Let's assume that this is one minute candlestick. Excuse me. Let's create it. Let's say that this is a bearish candlestick right here. Okay, this is a bearish candlestick with a wick. It started right here. If the next candlestick pushes instantly from here and closes back into the range, this will not count. You need to see an additional grab of liquidity of this 1 minute candlestick. So if the second candlestick does that and leaves a wick, does that and penetrates this low and closes back into the range where it was the highest and the lowest point of the 935 candlestick, you can take this right here with a stop loss right here, and you will target a 2-to-1 reward to risk. What you will not be doing, if you have a bullish bias and price breaks above and does the very same thing above, so let's assume that price right here would first, on the 1 minute time frame, would first break above and grab additional liquidity and then close back into the range, you will not take a short because your bias was long. Okay, simple as that, guys. Very nice. You can take that and you can get a screenshot as I'm gonna do right here, and you can have it on your wall or on your wallpaper or wherever you wanna have it. Mechanical strategy. Save it somewhere on your PC. Okay, I will start at the beginning of this week. Let's minimize this thing and let's start at the beginning of this week and show some very nice examples. So this week right here, I'm showing you the most recent data, and you see this thing works. Go ahead and back test it. We will first build our bias. So Monday has arrived. Of course, it says Sunday here with the UTC -5 thing, the EST thing, but of course soon we will say Monday. We will go anyways at 9:30. Okay, we will go close to 9:30, and then we're gonna talk about our bias, because this is a mechanical strategy, and as I said, you don't need to be in front of your PCs any more than that I'm gonna show you. Okay, so you go in front of your PCs. Let's go a little bit back right here at 9:25. That's it. With this mechanical strategy, which of course will be winning, will be making you profit. But if you want to become an expert trader, as I am, because I'm showing it every single day, and make tons of profits, then all you need to do is learn from me, join the Academy. The Academy is the most fantastic thing that you can witness. Plus, you will see people who are profitable, people who have achieved it, okay? Especially members that are in the Academy for more than 3 months. They have done it, they have achieved it. And also, you can book the mentoring with me where I will teach you the best strategy that I'm using on a daily basis. By the way, I'm also using this strategy right here, but not as much as I'm using my other non-mechanical strategy, but this is a beautiful mechanical strategy right here. So 9:30 is here, okay? You are in front of your PC. What bias do we have here? I will go to the daily time frame first. My bias, of course, I have a ton of other reasons, and we had a ton of other areas from smaller time frames, believe it or not. Okay, we had tons of other areas on other, let's say, time frames, smaller, and you will tell me, is it possible, Chris, that a smaller time frame will control your higher time frame bias? Yes, it is absolutely possible. And this is what they're not teaching you. They're only telling you that only the large time frame can determine the bias. No, that's not true. Okay, because according to the candlestick bias, the daily candlestick bias, you would be expecting a continuation of a bearish pressure. But from things that we know, we would be expecting a bullishness this week. Nonetheless, without even knowing the things that I know and I have developed and I'm teaching, right here, you have left this enormous opening gap, new week opening gap. Okay, you have this enormous new week opening gap, which I had printed a magnet right here. And here I have a beautiful magnet as I had it this whole week. This will act as a magnet. Of course, we had the exact areas down here from the past. This doesn't matter though. And your bias is bullish. So, from the screenshot that we took, number one rule was to determine a bias. And here, when I have arrived at 9:30, my bias is absolutely bullish. Let's zoom in now, because now we're gonna check out for the details. I told you this is the 9:30. You can see it also down there. This is the 9:30 candlestick. If I proceed one 5-minute candlestick, we are on the 5-minute time frame. Look on the top left of the screen. Now we have the 9:35. Wait for the 9:35 to close, guys. Okay. Now highlight the highest and the lowest point of this 9:35 candlestick. Very, very important. Do not forget. Now, you will be waiting because you have a bullish bias. You only want to scale down to the 1-minute time frame after you have identified the highest and lowest point of this 9:35 candlestick. You scale down to the 1-minute time frame, and because you have a bullish bias, you want to see the opposite break. You want to see a break below on the 1 minute. If you would have had, let's say, a bearish bias, so down, you would be waiting for a break above. So that way we are filtering out all of the bad trades and we are getting into very high probability trades, even with this mechanical strategy right here. Now, I am on the 1-minute time frame and I will be waiting for a break below. What did I say? And I also told that live. This was also taken live. Okay, you can find the live, by the way. I said if the first 1-minute candlestick breaks below and it closes in the range, you don't take the trade. You want to see one more grab of liquidity. Okay, so on the 1 minute now. So you continue, okay, on the 1-minute time frame. And here we have a grab, an additional grab of liquidity of this, a grab of the low, let's say, of this 1-minute candlestick. If now the next candlestick goes ahead and closes back in the range, I will take the trade. Let's see. Not. It is fine. We are waiting. Okay. We're waiting. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. And let's see if this is gonna do it. And here you are. Here, you closed into the range, you take the trade with the market execution, and your stop loss is below the lowest point. Okay, below the lowest point. And what did I say that you are gonna be targeting? You are gonna be targeting a 2-to-1 reward to risk. And let's let that play out, and off you go. This worked like a charm. I think this went for a 5-to-1 or so, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I recall correctly. You see, I recall correctly, it almost went for a 5-to-1. Very nice. Okay, so we have this enormously beautiful win. In this situation, you can hold it for more than 2-to-1 because we have this enormously strong magnet. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna move to the next day, and I'm gonna show you also Tuesday. Okay, Monday, Tuesday. So let's go to Tuesday real quick. We need to go over here somewhere. Okay, let's proceed and proceed and proceed. And I will scale down to the 5-minute time frame. We are at 8:55, so we need to proceed a couple more candlesticks. Okay, and here we have 9:25, 9:30, which we are not using, and 9:35. So we have 9:35 here, guys. Okay, we do have 9:35, and here we highlight the highest and the lowest points of this 9:35 candlestick. Because our bias remains bullish, we will be looking to see a grab below. If we see first a grab above, we are not entering this thing. I scale down to the 1-minute time frame, and let's proceed. We have the first grab. Now, if a candlestick closes back, it doesn't count. I need to see an additional grab of this low. I have it, and I have the close at the very same time. There you go. I take the trade with the stop loss below this area, and I target at least a 2-to-1 reward to risk. Okay, let's see. I think we hit the take profit. I think, yeah, we have done it. This is 1000% hit right here, but I think it goes even further. Yeah, there you go. This low was never taken. I remember absolutely correctly. And of course, in those situations, you might even be able to target more. As I said, as a matter of fact, you would have easily gotten a 3-to-1 on both of those trades right here. So those are two beautiful examples of this mechanical strategy. The rules are very simple, and hopefully you understood the rules. If not, go back and rewatch the video as many times as needed. And of course, I have some beautiful links down in the description. I have the link to my Discord. I have the link that will take you to the page where you can get the best education of your life. No nonsense. I know that you have spent a ton of money following those scammers. Stop supporting the scammers. Go ahead and click on this beautiful link, and you will see on your own that we are doing it live. Not only me, but the members of my academy and the members that I have mentored who can now trade independently. Okay, so go ahead and choose your program, and I assure you that you are gonna be succeeding if you follow the things that I'm telling you and the things that I'm teaching you. Without doing your own things, you will need to follow the things that I am gonna teach you. Not take your trades, but the trades that I'm gonna teach you, and you will become independent. I also have my link tree. Click on that as well. I have the best futures prop firms. I have them, let's say, from best to worst or whatever. The top 2 rows are the best prop firms that you can use in the future space. And I have good news because I have the best and highest discounts with code ChrisFX. Okay, code ChrisFX, and you will get the highest discounts on all of those futures prop firms that are featured. Those of you who want to transition also from CFDs to futures, this is your time. Subscribe to this channel of mine where I'm sharing gems with you guys. This is not like the other channels who are copying one another. This is unique. It has always been unique. And this is something that my members, my lovely members, can assure you. Okay, leave your comments, ask whatever you want to ask, and I will see you in our next video.